Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So today is Thursday, and every Thursday is BookList Thursday, right? BookList Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of book, thoughts, ideas, recommendations, something bookish related. And today is a continuation of a series we've kind of done within our BookList Thursday series, but we always do a 5-star predictions video where we pick 4 to 5 books that we think are going to be 5 stars. We read them for you, and then we come back and tell you how or what we thought of them. So last week we did our follow-up, and we worked with Amanda from The Curly Reader. This time around, we're working with Brittany from the Continuing Chronicles. I'll leave a link to her channel below. She is fantastic. Definitely check her out. And when we were talking with her and coming up with our ideas, she came up with a genius idea. And basically all 5 books we are going to read are all sequels, right? I mean, what better way to get me to keep working on my series than to pick these for 5-star predictions? Now, I needed to keep in mind I had to pick 5-star prediction sequels. So sequels to me are hard, especially second books don't always tend to live up to the first, and sometimes the third books can be fantastic. So I had a lot of options to pick from. And there's one I might add. I don't know. Is that breaking the rules if I have 6 of them that I kind of want to get to? I don't know. Let's talk about the 5 I originally picked out, and then I'll tell you about the one, well, I'm sure you saw the one I grabbed, but let's start with the ones I thought of immediately. So, first one I thought of was Wondersmith. This is the second book in the Nevermore series. It's all about Morgan Crow. She was a cursed child, bound or destined to die on her 11th birthday until, oh no, what's his name? Jasper? Something like that. He came and basically said, come with me to Nevermore or meet your fate, basically. So she goes off to Nevermore, and it is an amazing adventure. It gives me Harry Potter vibes. It's not witches and wizards, but it gives me this like magical journey, chosen one vibes to it. So I've been meaning to get to Wondersmith for so long. My only hesitation is it's the second book, and I tend to not like the second books as much. But Hollowpox is the third one, and it comes out, I think, in October. I don't know. Comes out soon, so I want to stay on top of that. So Wondersmith was the first one I thought of. The next one I immediately thought of, and that would finish a series for me, which is even better, is Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the 3rd book in the Illuminae Files series. This is a sci-fi book told in like case file format. These are fantastic. I flew through the first 2 books that take place again in outer space on a spaceship. They're running from danger. It's just so good. It's so good. And I can't explain what it is about it, but it's so good. It's such an adventure. And so the first 2 books follow 2 sets of characters on 2 different spaceships, and I believe everybody converges into one place in Obsidio. So I'm very excited about this one. It's 3rd book. It's the series finale. I have high hopes that this is a 5-star for me. I'm very excited. I'm really excited about all these. Brittany, you like outdid yourself with your recommendations. So the next one I knew for sure I want on my list is Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. It is the next book I need to read in the Throne of Glass series, and then I have one more after this, and I'm done with that whole series. The Throne of Glass series follows Selena Stradothian as she becomes the king's assassin, and it really goes from there, and it's just so much has happened that I even kind of forget how long ago book 1 was. But this specific one follows Chaol, who worked for the king, really worked for the prince, and kind of his journey. And what this follows the same timeline as the book I read right before this, which was Empire of Storms. So this is what he had to go through during what happened with the other characters during Emperor of Storms. So since I read that not that long ago and it's still fresh in my mind. I want to get to Tower of Dawn and get that read. It's a big book, but these ones I tend to, once I get into them, I fly through them because Sarah J. Maas is amazing. All right, so then I come to like these three that I can't decide where to go. So when I look at the ones I have chosen, I have like a middle grade fantasy, a sci-fi, and a fantasy. So then I have like a mystery, a historical fiction, and another like middle grade or YA fantasy. So these are what I'm picking from. I don't know if I'll get to all three. That would be so awesome. But I really only have to commit to 5. So the next one I want to pick up is Pray for Silence by Linda Castillo. I started her series too long ago, and the first one I believe was Sworn to Silence. So this follows Kate Burkholder, and she is the chief of police for a really small town police force, a place where she grew up. And she grew up in an Amish community. She left that community and is now back as the police chief. And there are a number of mysteries that have been happening within this Amish community. So the first one obviously solved the first mystery, and this would be the second one. I really enjoyed them. It just exceeded my expectations. I heard Linda Castillo speak not that long ago in our area and just was intrigued, picked up the first one, and now anytime I see them, I pick them up because it's just one of those series that I find myself really getting into. So this would be the second book though, which makes me nervous. These are also second books, which make me nervous. The next one I have that I thought of is a historical fiction. It's Blood Oath by Melissa Lenhart. So the very first book was called Sawbones. And Sawbones follows our main character, Laura, and she was studying to be a doctor. This is like, what time period? Late 1800s. I mean, to be a doctor was not common for a woman, but she was studying to be a doctor, and for some reason someone decided to set her up for a crime that she didn't commit, so she was on the run. This kind of continues her being on the run. She goes to kind of hide in the new frontier out west she was trying not to be a doctor, but she just can't help it. So she's basically trying to run away from her past and avoid some things, and yeah. I loved Sawbones. I flew through that book. I can't wait to pick up because I just really want this like good Western, strong female-led book. I'm loving it, so that's an option. And then I recently remembered that I still need to read Thunderhead, but I'm not sure if I want to. But Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman is the follow-up to Scythe, where we are in the future and basically we have defeated death. We don't die as humans. So scythes are there to basically help control the population. So it follows 2 characters who are apprentices to be scythes, and this is the continuation of the story. I'm not sure. This is just thrown in there. I don't know. But those are my options. And I'm loving this prompt because I can't wait to keep moving on my series. If you have thoughts below, leave them below. Which ones do you think I would give 5 stars to? I mean, obviously the first 3 are in for sure, but between Thunderhead, Blood Oath, and Pray for Silence. My only consideration for these 2 is because I'd kind of be fantasied out, is my only thought, but we'll see where it goes. Make sure you head over to Sarah's channel and over to Brittany's channel. I'll leave links below and see what they have picked for today. I'm super excited to see what they are. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.